Up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey.
Thank you, Houston. Roger, we have it from here. All systems seem to be nominal. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Once again, tonight we have a great little gem that's going to give us a little bit of reflection as to what people thought the future was going to be like in the year 1960. What kind of dreams and hopes and aspirations of space conquest did these people have? Did they even envision something as technographically advanced as what I am in right now with all this science and wires? You can see up over here, we've got a little set of headphones for some reason, a diaper changing table. Over here, we see all the knobs. See all these knobs over here, man. Right over here. You see all these knobs. That's science right there. So we're going to be able to see how close did these people actually get to what we actually came to 63 years later. The year of this movie is 1960. The name of it is Assignment Outer Space. And it's starring no one that you've ever heard of before in your entire life. So this is probably some unsung actors and actresses that we have previously just not, they just didn't meet the right people, right? I mean, that's usually how that goes, it's just lucky breaks of Hollywood. I got Angela Baby Carson is here with me tonight. Roseanne Massman, good to see you all. Little M39, Plowboy 6756. And that's all I see over in the chat for right now. So with no further ado, it's going to be beautiful. You're going to love it. I think it might be foreign, but we'll be able to tell. So with no further ado, let me bring up the big screen for us all here. Here it is. And Here it goes. Bond's rocket ship, don't it?
This is a playback of a radio taped report of an exclusive feature story for the Planetary Chronicle of New York.
Ray Peterson reporting. Dateline, December 17th. Year 2116. Spaceship Bravo Zulu 88. Destiny, Galaxy M12. Assignment, outer space. The editor of my paper assigned me to cover a routine check of
you see,
infraradiation flux.
they already
on
knew all this
Galaxy
science.
M12.
Not much different than the
The
space
crew members,
beds
in order to
we have.
overcome the earthly gravity, have been subjected to a state of hibernation. That is, the human body had put through a congealing process, simulating an apparent death. At a preset time, under the impulses of an electric brain, the heart resumes its normal beat. The lungs begin their regular functioning, the blood flowing evenly again. In short, man is reacquiring his earthly faculties.
Some kind of cryogenic sleep. They thought in the future African Americans would have blonde hair. Some do.
To counteract the state of weightlessness caused by lack of gravitation, special magnetic boots are provided to control the balance of space travelers.
So everything in space is in slow motion, as you can see.
While the crew and I were still in a state of hibernation, the engineer pilot, Al, reported our approach to international satellite Zulu Extra 34.
Bravo Zulu 88 calling Zulu Extra 34. Bravo Zulu 88 calling Zulu Extra 34. Over.
Zulu Extra 34 to Bravo Zulu 88. Go ahead.
No delay.
Contact established. Hibernation period finished. Over.
Is that you, Al?
Hi, Richard.
Any news to relay?
The usual nausea when awakening, my boy. Bravo Zulu 88 has entered orbit of your satellite. Bravo Zulu 88 closing electronic brain. Over.
Roger. Everything's in your hands again, Al.
Thanks for nothing, pal. Hey, we got cargo aboard.
We've already been informed. Reporter, eh? Did he wake up yet?
No, not yet. I haven't brought him his coffee. Bravo Zulu 88 requesting your position.
Coordinate 521. Over.
We'll have to see if they remembered about the little vagina
I'll
cup
send you
that
the
they
reporter
use.
as soon as possible. Bravo Zulu 88 closing.
Hello, Archie. How you feeling?
Represents science,
This time I had a dream.
You had a
Barbara.
dream? What about?
science.
I dreamt I was sleeping.
Take over the controls while I wake up the baby.
Ah, is it true when we took off you sang him a lullaby?
That's right. Just call me Space Witness.
Next time, why don't you just bring a cow along?
A pacifier would do.
What's he putting on a
Bravo
shit?
Zulu
What's his
88,
helmet
calling
for?
extra 3-4. Over.
Go ahead, Bravo Zulu 88.
What the fuck is going on here? Everything in space moves really slow, as you can see. One thing they didn't get was notice there's no bubbles. So that was one thing they didn't have. Now, why is this guy wearing a Michelin Man suit? The other guys aren't wearing it.
The state of hibernation is an eerie sensation. I didn't know who or where I was until I heard Al's voice.
Hi, this is Spaceman.
The robot took his hat off.
Hello.
Am I coming through clearly?
His flight. Previous assignments for my newspaper had sent me to the moon.
He's been in hypersleep wearing that.
The vast reaches of deep space.
Cryogenic sleep, just like Buck Rogers.
I feared that
Frozen in time.
ship with a crew of 7 men who would resent
wow.
reporters' questions and lack of usefulness might make me an
Is he going to the swimming pool?
Yeah, they thought they were going to have a heartthrob there.
Couldn't you have found me a bigger one to sleep in? You didn't have one, Leech.
Well, since you were speaking on the gray hair for the dark-skinned man,
Just means that here you're
one of my favorite comics books had a series, and in the 3rd or 4th episode of the comic books, they have a special desert people that look exactly like that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
As dogs. It happens.
Bravo Zulu 88, you're directly in line with us.
We'll send you that reporter as soon as possible.
Why?
Hey, Al, they're asking for the boy.
Hey, Al, what's happening? We're off to bed tonight.
Calm down, my boy. You'll get along fine. Just control your nerves. There.
Here, I'll turn this knob. That'll
Now,
fix
you'll be able
things.
to hear my instructions. Just remember to regulate
XLS? Oh no, XK15. Okay.
You think the things are
16. Y60.
That's his name.
What's the matter, son?
Yeah, a reference to the marrying age in that time, 16 years.
Son,
They took it up in the 70s to 18, but
but that's what you
in
want.
most countries.
I took the accelerated course before I started on this trip.
It probably was too quick. I'm not going to take all the air out of the decompression chamber. You'll have an easier exit. I'll give you a count from 20 to 1.
Oh,
Out you go.
I know what to do.
mosquito.
Son,
I'll get him.
you don't know anything yet.
Oh, the old seasoned space veteran.
Don't touch the middle frame around the hatch.
EVA.
You might
Extra vehicle activity.
don't touch the metal frame. You might pop.
The first time out, they all behaved the same way.
If he farts in that suit, it's all over the crime.
15.
India Zulu 4-1. You ready? 5, 4,
Zulu 4-1. Oh.
1. Out you go.
Al was absolutely right. I was.
So there's a decompression that's a bit explosive because it gets sucked out.
Maybe.
The
Oh,
artificial satellite
he
is
took
like
something.
in the sky. In order not to disturb its calculated orbital chart, we lined up 2,000 feet parallel to it. The only way to get there was to float through the terrifying void between us.
Just float with your little Michelin Man suit on. What are those rings supposed to be doing?
Well, they tried to picture the Milky Way, so at least I think that should be the Milky Way.
Keep talking, Al.
What do you want to hear?
Explain to me what's going on.
Play me some Black Sabbath. Oh no. What do you want to hear?
Yes.
Of what?
I don't know. You're still there? Say something. A chilly sense of emptiness. You understand me, Al?
Sure, I understand. Every baptism has its mystery. Even out
satellite.
in space.
I've never felt so lonely.
Yeah, American Telecom, the first one.
Hey, Al. Maybe if I try to turn around. I did it. Al. I'm turning. Learn how to...
India Zulu.
Didn't Ziggy Stardust also use that sort of clothing
You're at the end
before
of
the 1980s?
He's going out to that satellite or something, I guess, or I don't know.
Entering it.
It's just, it's science.
Once aboard Zulu Extra 34, I passed through the decompression chamber. I now regained my normal weight because the gravitational area was similar to our Earth's.
Gravitational
The reason for
area.
this being all space stations rotate around a central axis.
The central axis of evil. Oh, no, that's something else.
See, that's what I've
In the
never
ship's
got.
cabin, I was met by King 116, the doctor in charge of all crew members' physical and mental health.
Take off your spacesuit and report to the commander. He's waiting for you. Hey, what kind of a guy is our reporter?
So in that little satellite, where is this all? A complete station? I know. I thought it could be a young Roger Moore, but
Correspondent Ray Peterson reporting to
he's
the.
got a different facial build.
I've heard you're rather famous on Earth. Well, I see my fame has reached the stars.
I get all
Let
the
me give you a
chicks.
bit of advice. Here among the stars, it is better not to be quite so cocky.
Yes.
You are only here to do a job.
Don't worry, that's all I intend to do.
I'm King Rock.
Condition that you don't interfere with ours. You've arrived here at a critical moment.
So much the better. Peace and tranquility don't have any news value.
We want to fight space monsters and shit. Oh, a teletype. How futuristic.
Yeah, what he said, peace and tranquility have no news value, even back then.
For the spaceship that arrived from Earth just now.
That all depends, sir. We only have 2 mechanics on board.
Cancel all rest periods. The ship must be ready as soon as possible. I must go to base 12 on Mars.
Yes, sir.
You talk about Mars as if it were just down the street.
There are no streets here. I firmly oppose your unwelcome visit.
Are you trying to flatter me?
But the High Command refused to listen to me. It's apparent that you have quite a pull there.
Not me. But my organization has.
Don't forget, Peterson, that everything you put on your tape recorder will have to be sent by me before it's sent back to Earth. Here, everything is regulated by machines. You'll find that things are very...
Space radar.
You may go now.
Yeah, space radar.
Later on, you'll be shown to your quarters.
Now, go from my sight.
Working crew's ready, sir? Any changes?
No, Sullivan.
My wife's leaving me. I was in deep thought about losing all my shit.
Where's
Back then in those times, divorce wasn't accepted that
Working
much.
crew's leaving on a
It
space.
happened, but
What if I wanted to go along? To get some air?
To get some air.
I'd have to go and ask the commander.
Gonna go out in space to get some air.
Is it necessary? Absolutely necessary. Okay.
Gee, Wally.
Hoping this special detail might make a good story, I went outside without
Oh,
permission
Reconnecting.
to observe and photograph it.
Why are they
This special
reconnecting?
detail was a refueling operation, one of the most dangerous and delicate operations in spaceflight.
Oh, come on.
Fuel tank like the space shuttle, shuttle
And carefully attached
to reach Mars.
valve on our ship.
Look, here we go. The other guy goes around and wipes off the window and checks the oil.
We're being pumped into our fuel tanks in order for us to go on to Mars.
It's a galactic Texaco station.
Yeah, luckily not self-service.
Suddenly, I saw a fiery ball racing toward the cosmonaut
Oh my
next to me.
God, no.
Quickly, I pushed him out of the way. The subsequent reaction caused me to bounce against the connection of the fuel valve, disconnecting it and letting the irreplaceable neo-hydrogen escape.
Oh God, not Neo hydrogen.
Fuel lost.
Oh man.
On
Why
and
does it
off.
fall on fire?
500 gallons of hydrazine.
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 Lost.
It's made from unobtainium.
Furthermore, you went without my permission.
I said I'm sorry, even though I saved a man's life.
You didn't come here to be a hero.
Now,
The damage
Barbara,
was just caused.
come on, man.
Is much
It looks
more
as good
serious
as anything
than your
NASA
loss
gives
of
us.
Evidently, Commander, my way of thinking must seem prehistoric to you. I thought nothing was worse than the loss of a human being. But then I only saved a number. Yankee 1-3.
Commander,
I didn't even see his face. Maybe he
you
had
only get one brass ball, so
I knew that you were going to
the commander has 3 stripes
I see
and
your
a crown.
too. Now look here, Peterson. Let's get this straight. From now on, you must ask permission for everything you do.
Nope,
You won't ask me for it.
he's a rebel without a cause.
That's my second in command, and I'm afraid you'll find that he's tougher than I am. You may go now.
He's kind of undisciplined for a space
You may go.
soldier or whatever he is.
First, Commander, tell me
Well,
what
NASA is a public agency, isn't it?
talking to you.
I'm leaving, Peterson.
No, that's why he's been wistful in his responses.
Wistful.
So I'm leaving.
Well, he has some resemblance to Robert Oppenheimer. Some.
This guy was kind of hoping this was going to land him in some big movies or something. I don't think it worked. Well, there's K116.
Hey, buddy.
The name's K116.
King 116. Pardon me for not having called you by name. Allow me. India Zulu 41. What do you want? I'm looking for someone.
Is that spelled with 2 Z's or
I'm
1?
looking for a number. Yankee 1-3. He was injured. He should be around here somewhere.
Just dismissed. It was nothing but simple shock. Have a look in the biochemical lab.
Please excuse my curiosity, Mr. King 116.
Well, I have to look it up, but I think they're referencing with those names to a problem that happened at Los Alamos. with
Maybe.
chemicals.
Hey, spaceman.
Ooh, look at all that science. We don't have that up here.
No, but
We got
you have the ISS.
we do have panels with buttons. You can see them right over here.
Yes, but you're a...
Go on.
Fluids.
Oh,
you're
a
selling
girl.
flowers, too.
Of course.
There are no flowers here. These are diaspora.
Even with a name like that, they're flowers.
They serve the purpose of changing hydrogen into breathable oxygen and are as necessary here as
Turn
the air is on Earth.
Hydrogen into oxygen.
But I still
Okay.
say they're flowers.
If you like.
Fungus.
Do you sell them?
Fungi.
I'm afraid not.
But maybe we can make a
He's
deal.
trying to get some of that scientist
What do
taco.
you mean?
That's what's up there.
Oh, you see, you won't have to send them anywhere. I'll pay for them, but then I'll leave them here for you. You work in this section?
He's pretty smooth, man.
But I'm really a navigator. When I'm not working with the astrocompass, I like to substitute for the section chemist. But But tell me, why do you want to offer them to me?
Oh, no particular.
Flight of the Navigator.
Celebrate the
That's
second smiling face.
early 1983. Also a great movie, science fiction.
Now I find you.
But we're
She's
in all
doing-
movies.
What's your name?
Sorry.
I don't mean to sound
She's doing all kinds of science.
Just
Yeah, but
remember.
they had gravity on board, so it's no problem. It won't float.
You like it?
No problem.
Not bad. My uncle had a mascot with that name. It was quite cute. I liked it very much. It was a monkey.
Just,
Thank you.
she's just making
Oh,
a
really?
drink is
She was
all.
very cute.
She's making a Manhattan.
Flattering, Mr. Lee.
Like Russian.
Do you know my
They're getting ready to do shots. Those are a bunch of Jello shots she just made.
I've already heard about you from Jules.
Magic
You know,
space
the
mushrooms.
commander.
my old friend? But doesn't the commander have a number?
I think I
Like
have some of
everybody
those.
else?
Not for me.
Psychocelibate.
Forgive me.
Cow dung mushroom.
Yankee 1-3.
I forgot. Thank you, Ray.
She's a galactic
I really
bartender.
mean thanks.
Look at there. She's filling out that little space suit pretty good, huh?
I actually gave him a look.
A space taxi for which I can photograph a passage of asteroids.
Wow, space taxi.
Oh, he's photographing a passage of asteroids.
I bet you this was the most interesting action shot of your career.
Yeah, shooting these rocks is sure something.
They're not rocks, my son. They're asteroids. Each of them 1,700 feet in diameter.
Wow.
The commander bawled me out for the loss of 500 gallons of hydrazine when I saved a life. And a girl's, too.
Ah, so you have a weakness for the weakest sex.
And she doesn't even call him sir, just George.
Well, they all are rich around Saturn. They were right when they called you a meddler. Well, you're ashamed.
Those aren't rocks, they're asteroids, which is what? It's a rock in space. Good God.
Who is ashamed?
George.
You understand him.
Curious George. Oh no, that's a monkey. Sorry.
George is leaving?
Yes.
And Lucy, will she go with him?
I'm sorry for you, but that's exactly
Hello, Lucy. I'm home.
She wants it.
Talk about this nonsense. We're leaving for Mars.
Wait.
She wants his astronaut.
Can't you tell me more about it?
Top secret.
Zulu Extra 3-4 to Space Taxi Bravo 9-1. Hurry back to base. Over.
Those
Roger,
marshmallows.
Bravo 9-1.
Now, can I radio my Earth base?
Sure. You think you're still living back in the 21st century?
Thanks.
Look,
Better
it's a,
lower your head
it's a
now.
Berkey water filter.
Satellite.
We're living in the 21st century.
Mars expedition. Only an order from the high command on Earth could persuade the commander to take me with him.
I don't understand. What's
Space
making
minx.
so late?
He promised to join us immediately, sir.
Al's really a strange type.
He's the best there is.
I sell shoes, okay? Oh no, that's Al Bundy.
I'm sorry to be late, sir. We've been waiting for you. The
That's
situation has become
damn
worse.
good idea.
We've got to leave immediately.
And you haven't been able to contact Alpha 2?
He's got a cool little Michelin suit.
Alpha 2 does not answer.
We think the pilot may be dead.
Bum bum bum.
This could mean the end. That's what I'm afraid of.
India Zulu 4-1 wishes to speak with you, sir.
Let him talk to the second in command. You take care of him, Sullivan.
He refuses to do so. He says he has a very urgent communication for you.
Send him in. That's all we needed. This inquisitive, interfering meddler. He's a pretty nice guy. Do you think so?
Do not ask the questions, just obey the orders.
He's got those little tanks on the front of his suit, too. But I guess in the future, African Americans are blonde headed.
Well, black don't crack.
This is absurd.
Commander, you are insulting the High Command.
Absolutely against all regulations.
Any more criticisms?
Yes.
So have I, but I keep them to myself.
Gentlemen,
Speak freely. Oh no.
prepare to leave. Yankee 1-3. One moment, please.
Yes. What is it, George?
Oh, now the plotting starts. I want you to seduce him.
I've persuaded the High Command to let him come with us. It's an order.
Aren't you exaggerating?
I can't increase the crew.
Can't you do without the radio operator? We'll get along just as well.
No. I prefer to do without you.
Me?
I would not want my choice influenced by opinions that are not objective. Anyway, I think I could get along better without a navigator than without a radio operator.
If I weren't the navigator, then would you give up taking one with you?
Perhaps not.
See, you're not being objective. Besides, I don't want to be left behind, George. It's not that I pretend to be of more value than the High Command is, but I'm not of less value either.
You aren't giving me an order, are you?
I'm just begging you. I understand you, George. I know that you always try to be worthy of your position, but you'd be better off if for once you tried
What?
to be worthy of yourself. I'm sorry, George.
They don't have to go to the bathroom in space, Barbara.
Lucy's plea to the commander was effective. When we left the artificial satellite
They have
and
diapers.
returned to our spaceship, Bravo Zulu 88, Lucy was aboard and set our course for Mars.
Is the nose still turned up?
Don't be silly. The nose of a spaceship is always up, even when landing. He's not referring to the spaceship, Al. He's talking about me.
My congratulations, Commander.
Listen, Peterson, remember you're extraneous here, so please keep to your place.
What place?
Yeah.
You have a chair to sit on.
Look, there's 2 cots in there that you can use when we haven't a chance to rest.
Oh, while the rest of you are working, I'm supposed to sleep.
There are times when all children should go to bed.
Yeah.
They're just not cutting him any
Ever
breaks,
since we
man.
came on this trip, you've all done your very best to make me feel like an outsider.
My congratulations, Peterson.
Yeah, it looks as good as anything we see from NASA. Better, actually.
What the devil is going on?
I don't know, sir. Looks like it might be a magnetic storm.
Impossible.
Listen to the waveform, sir.
A magnetic storm.
Give me its position.
Coordinate 113. Inertial position of object 512.
Try to establish contact. It looks like a moonship.
Bravo Zulu 88. Bravo Zulu 88 to unidentified object. Over. You're asking for help, sir.
Switch to voice circuit.
Oh my God, what is that? What are we seeing out there?
Metro Sierra 1-3. Metro Sierra 1-3 to Bravo Zulu 88. Over.
Bravo Zulu 88 to Metro Sierra 13. Go ahead. Over.
Tanks are exploded. Engines have failed. We're out of control and being attracted to Mars. Over.
Try to get back
Dude.
to the orbit around Mars. We'll attempt rescue. What caused the explosion? Over.
Impossible to say. The sudden rush of hot air overpowered us. The instruments have gone crazy. The tanks have exploded. The structures melted in several places.
What about the crew?
3 of us left, sir.
Killed everybody.
One dead.
Oh,
Engineer.
Put on your spacesuits and stand by for immediate bailout as soon as you enter orbit. Radio out. Disconnect the voice.
well, then they were gonna do what? Go scoop them up
You think they'll
or
get?
something? What the
That's
fuck?
what I'm checking now.
Are you thinking the same thing I am, Al?
They can't make it.
Why not?
Oh my God! Look at that! It's gonna crash right into the planet.
One of Mars' satellites is crossing our path.
Oh no!
Driving engines again.
David! David! Don't!
He's
David!
bailing out, man.
Inside. Don't jump!
I don't feel like ending my days in a trap.
David, don't!
What the hell? Oh, he's done. That's it. He just fell into that.
What are you doing? Can you make it?
I'm climbing. One of my engines had started. I'm climbing.
Oh my God! Thank God, one of his engines
I
started.
can make it. I'm getting lighter. I can make it.
Boom!
Stop the engines again.
Was that supposed to be a crash?
We will fly above Phobos. Now. Engines at 7 gallons.
There we go. There we go. There's some good space stuff right there.
Now. Engines at 8 gallons. Look there to the right. Perhaps. Engines 11 gallons.
Gerald and Knox. Moving to ready position.
Engines 12 gallons.
What's going on?
We're going down.
But it's insane. The whole tank is full of fuel. We're like a bomb.
Landing area and 2 degrees off our port. Just below us.
Engines at 14 gallons.
Oh, where have we seen that before?
Engines at 16 gallons.
I know where we've seen that before. Elon, the fucking heavy. The fucking heavy rocket. Only they got all their jets to fire. Look at that. Get a perfect landing. Oh my God. Oh, here we go. They're going to have more slow motion, I think. Oh, they tilted over sideways. Or off kilter. I don't trust that dude in the background there.
Now to starboard. One more and we would have remained here forever.
There's all kinds of stuff bubbling. This is Mars. This is really, there's that guy that jumped too soon.
Let's hurry up. Captain, we're coming in. Lucy, keep the gyros working. As soon as they're inside, we'll get out of here. You stay here and look after it. I'll take care of the engines.
Probably gonna have a lot more room if they didn't wear those fucking balloons on their suits. Oh, I just figured out why they have their names on the backs of their suits, man. It's because they all look the same, and that's how we can tell them apart, man. We know who's getting hurt, killed, and who's not. There we go, Elon, this fucking heavy rocket going up again. Not really sure what those wings are supposed to do on it, toward the front, but it's science.
How is it? Bad. I think we hold out until we get to Mars. We're almost there anyway, aren't we?
No,
What do you mean, no?
we've changed course. We're now heading for Venus.
You're what?
Headed for what?
A
Oh,
direct
Venus.
order from the High Command.
And you accepted it?
Spacesuits brought to you by Slinky. That's a good one, Naughty Hippo. That's a good one. Yeah, at least it didn't curve off into the distance. Exactly. It went right to space like it's supposed to.
I don't have to account to you for my actions.
Look, Captain. I'm picking up an area of intense heat. It's almost as hot as the photonic field of the sun itself.
Turn on the safety system.
I think you should tell him, sir. It's no longer top secret.
Alpha 2, propelled by photonic energy, is now without a pilot. She is floating in space and is only controlled by the electronic brain. The photonic heat, which our radar has picked up, has the power of destruction and death.
Oh my God.
Alpha 2 has re-entered the solar system. During the sun's next revolution, she will start to orbit around the Earth and will destroy it completely, burning everything and eliminating...
During the sun's next revolution?
Hope of stopping
What?
That's why we're going to Venus. It's the nearest point to the elliptical path of Alpha 2. We have but one chance in a million.
Our world was in danger, about to be destroyed. Perhaps in a few days, maybe in a few hours. It was up to us, a handful of cosmonauts from Earth, millions of miles away, to try and save humanity.
Lucy, you're crying.
She wants his rocket. Oh, look at her.
Those dark spots. The continents.
And there are the oceans and the trees.
Trees.
You can't see them.
In my mind, I can. I'd like to run down a road that's lined with pine trees.
Would you?
Yes, and feel just once again the excitement of speed.
But we're already running at 90,000 miles an hour.
And we're standing still.
That's nothing but an illusion.
That's
You know
an
what
illusion.
day it is?
Don't trust your senses.
Don't you know that in space we don't count the days?
No, but do you know what date it is?
It's the 359th of rotation around the sun.
That's just part of it. It's Christmas, Lucy.
Oh, God bless us, all of us. There it is, Christmas at on Mars. Here we go.
We
Meanwhile,
started to land at the interplanetary base on Venus, the largest, best equipped base, closest to Alpha 2.
Venus.
From there, Alpha 2 could be intercepted and we hoped destroyed by the remote-controlled atomic missiles.
So they just took off, went to Venus, only took them about an hour. Stopped for groceries on the way.
Hey, Archie, is that the base?
Yes, right under the protective dome. There's too much hydrogen in Venus's atmosphere.
From here, it looks like the glass dome of a temple.
You don't need a respirator inside.
What about those plugs? Are they purifying filters?
Hey, that accelerated course is showing results, isn't it?
Tell me, why is it that when he wants to protect himself, he hides himself under a dome?
Put on your helmet, kid. I'm going to take you on a quick tour of Venus, only this time it won't be the sightseeing.
Quick tour of Venus.
Emergency action was taken immediately by firing an atomic missile at Alpha 2 in an attempt to destroy this deadly mechanical monster.
8,500. 8,000 miles. 7,500. 7,000 miles. 6,500. 6,000 miles.
Geez, that thing's really carrying the mail.
5,500. 5,200. 5,000 miles.
Well, they really didn't do very well with perspective, did they?
Disintegrated.
Exactly at 5,000 miles. We'll have a chance to hit her only if the electronic brain which propels her has gone out of control. You see, the two photonic generators, which are moving gyroscopically at each end of the spaceship, are creating around
A little
altitude
landscaping
an
over here,
invisible
and
sphere of heat,
thinking on putting a pool
which radiates
over
up
here
to
in the back.
5,000 miles.
Maybe a nice little fence.
We've just had the proof of it.
It's indestructible.
So one of man's dreams has finally come true. An indestructible destroyer. Unless we have a sudden change in the next solar system revolution, Alpha 2 will start orbiting around the Earth.
That dude back there is Peter
But only
Graves. I think.
3,500 miles from it.
That means 1,500 miles within the safety limit. In a few days, maybe a few hours, our planet will become a mass of boiling mud, as it was soon after its formation.
We mustn't give up hope. Something might happen in time.
Maybe a miracle. And while we're waiting here for your miracle, I would suggest that we immediately put into operation all the means at our disposal.
They've already prepared to fire missiles from the other hemisphere. Meanwhile, why don't you order your men to reach the audio stations on the beach?
You stand by electronic telescope number 7.
6,800. 5,700. 5,200. 9,000. 4,500. 4,000. 3,700. 2,900. 2,400. 2,200.
I don't understand.
With your permission, sir, I have an explanation.
What is it?
I think I've found the answer.
Tell it to us.
I'm sure that due to some technical error, that spaceship is vulnerable. The two photonic deflectors at both
Probability?
two semispheres separated in their fields by a channel. You mean like a halved orange? A perfect example, my son.
That's why a missile has gone through. According to you, it was the only one fired exactly into the center of the channel.
But why did the last one disintegrate at 2,200 miles?
Because of some imperceptible deviation.
Perhaps it was attracted by one of the photonic fields. Hunch is right, Al. There's still a chance.
What chance?
We'd have to fire on a straight line from another spaceship traveling alongside Alpha 2 at the same rate of speed.
I think I've earned the right to try, sir.
By the right.
Because if my hunch turns out to be
500 years of oppression.
I'd
I
like
mean,
to be the
6.
one to receive the credit.
And if it's wrong, you want to be the one to risk it.
There's an old atomic spaceship here, sir. I'll use its remote-controlled missiles. May I go ahead, sir?
I'm going to take the low-tech option.
Yes.
It always works.
And I hope you'll manage to save humanity.
No, surprisingly, Art, this is not a
possible now.
this is not an Ed
All
Wood
of
job.
us.
It's
As if we were
seems
right
like
there
it though,
with
doesn't it?
all of us.
Hey, Ray. Now you have a chance to do a real exclusive. It'll be a universal. Let's just make it a world scoop.
Let's do it, man. Look at there, they're getting kind of chummy. Said she's liable to get pregnant. Well, pretty soon they're going to go into slow motion. That's how you'll know they're in 0G.
We're out of it now.
The guy just shit
You did
himself.
very well, Peterson. It's not everybody that can stand 16 gammas.
Considering the fact that I'm a parasite.
Tango Sierra 1-3, Tango Sierra 1-3 to Bravo Zulu 8-8, over.
I wonder, Art. I'm wondering, that or movies just like this.
Spaceship Tango Sierra 1-3 flew alongside us. Both spaceships shut off their engines, and the inertial thrust allowed them to fly at fantastic speeds. His mission, to find the channel between the two semispheres of Alpha 2.
Tango Sierra 1-3, go ahead.
Everything okay, Captain?
Perfect.
How's the reporter?
Doing fine.
Requesting route check. Present inertial speed 30,000 miles. Coordinate 1-3 in respect to Vega. Estimated intersection point with Alpha 2 on coordinate 4-1 in respect to Earth at 18 degrees. Over.
Correct, but change approximately 3 degrees at intersection point with Alpha 2.
We'll go. I'll request another route check on approach, and let's hope for the best. Radio out. Satellite Zulu Extra 3-4. Satellite Zulu Extra 3-4 calling Bravo Zulu 8. Over.
Bravo Zulu 8-8 to satellite. Zulu Extra 3-4. Go ahead.
Captain, this is Sullivan.
What's the trouble, Sullivan?
About 45 seconds ago, the photonic field around spaceship Alpha 2 came into collision with the asteroids.
Well then?
Alpha 2 has changed her course by 6 degrees in respect to Vega. I'm afraid she'll enter orbit around the Earth before the estimated time.
Can you ascertain her present position?
Yes, I can. High coordinate 27 degrees.
Movement of ellipses gradually advancing.
Look out! It's coming towards you!
Yes. It will be on top of us any minute.
Plug up the men, Sullivan.
They are.
All on standby, sir.
2 mechanics went out on the space taxi to Solar Mirror Foxtrot 1-2. I ordered them not to come back. Commander, see if you can save them.
Sullivan, save yourself!
It's too late, sir.
Sullivan! Sullivan! Can you hear me? Sullivan! Sullivan!
Oh my God, here it goes. Oh, shit. What happened? It just disappeared. No fragments, nothing.
How?
Don't forget Sullivan in your scoop. Right fist. He was never afraid. Since man, even in space, changes his position but not his character. He is what he is, wherever he lives.
What's he mean?
What you're always saying. To himself, every man is a whole world.
Commander, I've been able to locate the position of the space taxi.
Tell us
Space taxi.
Coordinate 528 8 degrees in respect to Aldebaran.
We're changing course and we'll try to rescue the survivors.
From what perspective? What the? Just. Here you go.
Bravo Zulu 8-8 to space taxi Bravo 9-1.
Space taxi.
Bravo Zulu 8-8, space taxi Bravo 9-1.
Yes, flow state that is a blonde black man. In the future, black people have blonde hair.
Out.
Commander says your boy should rest.
No, Ray. Show them in here. I just wanted to see you boys. Barry, Jackson, I'm glad to see you. Go and get some rest now.
How do you like that, Jackson? He called us boys. Yeah, and he even remembered our names. I didn't think he even knew.
Sir, I'm now 7,000
Those suits
miles
look fun.
from Alpha 2.
Look at that thing right there. Is that the space taxi? I'm confused.
Firing the rockets.
Paragraph of fraction will hit that bomb. Well,
5,000 miles.
we're on it.
4,500. 4,000. 3,500. 3,000.
Damn, it blew up before reaching the target
It's
again.
disintegrated.
See, they're going to have a problem
Try
with this.
again.
They're just going to have to science a lot more. That's all.
5,000. 4,500. 4,000.
Oh, Barbara, I never thought of that.
2,500. 2,000. 1,500. 1,000. 900. 800. 700. 600. 500. 400. 300. 200.
That looked like boobs. It didn't make it. It blew up.
Fire another rocket.
Yeah. Try the same thing again. Exactly. They are very good at counting. So good at counting push buttons that their names are numbers.
Stop. You'll be attracted by the photonic field.
Oh no.
I've located the channel. I'll try to break through it, Commander. I'm sure that I can get at least 1,500 miles away from the spaceship. Come back out. It's murder. I'm 2,000 miles away from Alpha 2 now, sir. Let me try. Now, that's an order. I'm sorry, sir. But I'm not taking orders anymore. It's a useless sacrifice. Son, I'm 1,200 miles away from it. I don't want to disillusion you. But what would be the use of living if the Earth were destroyed? We'd all be prisoners of space.
Prisoners of space.
No hope of return.
Are you all feeling the dread?
Now, please! After 200 miles, you'll have only a very slight chance to keep on a steady course. That slight chance challenges me to try.
This movie ruined his chances for any auditions for Othello. You know, I mean, need more balls. Oh, he's gonna kamikaze himself right into that shit.
Maybe not, Commander. No! But in a few seconds, I'll know for sure.
I think that guy his face just looks that
Has
way.
succeeded in proving the existence of a channel by the sacrifice of his own life. But we still haven't got a chance.
There's nothing for us to do but follow his lead.
But how, Lucy?
Commander, why don't you request more spaceships equipped with missiles?
It's too late now. They
Yeah.
never get here in time.
Well, it only took you 45 minutes to get from Mars to Venus. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What's that object that keeps appearing on the screen?
It's the space taxi from the disintegrated satellite.
The space taxi.
It is now circling in orbit around us.
Hail it down. Taxi. Earth. And step on it.
The space taxi.
Little Pakistani guy driving it.
Are you afraid, Lucy?
Yes, for him.
I understand.
Yeah, they look like chips, don't they?
I love him, George.
I know.
But love has no meaning anymore, George. Does it?
Perhaps it's the only thing that does matter.
She reaching around there and gonna touch
The
his
world
butt.
of human feelings has been much less explored.
There's
The
a
whole
gravity holds.
universe put together. But now it's late. What have we been doing all these thousands of years? We've been congratulating ourselves on our progress, going faster and faster and faster. When in reality, we've only been getting further away from ourselves.
Man, what profound dialogue.
Lucy, take my place, will you?
Riveting dialogue as well. There may have been some awards, just not awards you've ever heard of. Got it right,
Where
Barbara.
do you think you're going?
Out in the space taxi.
That's madness.
Maybe so, but it's not half as mad as the idea that brought us to this point.
You are staying here. Listen, Lucy loves you.
Oh,
And Lucy has been and is everything in the world that matters to me. You may not understand it, but for that very reason, I will stop you from going to certain death.
Why stop me?
go in there and tap that space bimbo
I'm
now.
going to stop you even if I have to use force.
Oh my God, that's right. Now go in there and screw my daughter. There he goes. Well, that was quick.
He's going to make it.
Must have been a gravity pocket lined up that he fell to the thing real fast.
He's picked up the photonic field alongside the channel.
Nanosecond. Hell yeah.
To find my way through the channel, I had to throw to the right and left any loose objects in the space taxi in order to judge the distance between the two curtains of disintegration. It's insane.
The channel is getting narrow. Every second.
What's he throwing out? Plugs, transistors.
A torture dildo.
George, I'm going to make it. I'll get through.
Go on, Ray. Go on. You're nearly there.
I don't have anything else to throw out.
Get rid of everything which isn't essential. Quick!
These are pretty good special effects. Really, come down. Y'all got to remember, this is 1960. This is almost as good as what I would say, as good as stuff NASA gives us, right? Like how that flame. What's making that flame go up? You know, it's like.
Don't lose time. The hatch is above you, right in the middle of the sphere.
He's got to climb up there. It's hard. It's hard to climb in space. Look at that thing. Oh, he's in there. He's got to move in slow motion now because he's in weightlessness.
Ray, can you hear me? Ray,
No.
answer me.
Go ahead, George. I'm listening.
Get into the pilot seat and disconnect the electronic brain. It should be on the left-hand panel.
Was there people in that thing? There's
Turn
people in
off
there?
everything else.
What's up with that, man?
The pilot's still inside the hibernation cell. Dead.
Disconnect all contacts on the left-hand panel.
What's that we're seeing out the window? Is that Earth or something? Or is that a planet? What are we seeing out the window?
George, they're already disconnected.
The electronic brain. Ray, you must disconnect the electronic brain.
Do you read me, Ray? It's going to be the red wire. It's always the red wire. It'll be at the last
I'm
second.
standing in front of it. What should I do?
Destroy it. Disconnect the cables.
They got to have that needle on there to pierce the sky.
I can't. They won't come loose.
He can cut them. There are emergency tools right under the footrest of the pilot's seat.
Did you hear, Ray? Under the footrest.
All right.
I heard you, goddammit.
You'd better hurry, sir. We're entering the Earth's gravity zone. Our speed is increasing.
Oh no, they're in Earth's gravity zone. Weren't they just on Mars or some shit?
Look, George. Now I'll cut the wires.
There we go.
I'm cutting to the last wire.
The blue wire.
Ray's deflector has stopped. Maybe we've made it.
How can you prove that the photonic field has been disintegrated?
There's only one way of telling for certain.
Those extra crew members are probably the producer's nephews. Give them a job. Put them in the movie.
$7,000. $6,500. $6,000. $5,500. $5,000.
We're getting through it.
Ray, we're coming. The nightmare is over.
Oh, thank God.
Hurry up, Ray. We're coming. Get ready to be rescued.
Picked them up, but they were space hitchhiking.
We're alongside you, Ray. Bail out.
They were getting people all geared up for this going to space shit. 1960.
It won't open. It will never open again. Never.
Oh, Patrick, those are space motorcycle helmets. Thank you.
He can't open it. He cut the cables. There's no more power inside the ship.
Earth Base 9. Earth Base 9. Earth Base 9 to Bravo Zulu 88. Can you hear us? Over.
Bravo Zulu 88 to Earth Base 9. Go ahead.
Are you all going insane up there? If you keep racing that fast, you'll disintegrate when you reach the Earth's atmosphere. Separate and change your course immediately.
Alpha 2 is out of control. There's a man inside.
Why do they talk in a monotone voice when they speak on the radio? Every time they talk on the radio, they talk in a monotone voice. It does. All the way.
Take my place. We'll manage.
Ray?
Ray?
Lucy,
George and the others are coming to get you out.
I can't hold out any longer. I can't control the oxygen flow.
That's where they got it. She can't hold it any longer, Captain.
I don't have it anymore. It was the last thing I threw out into space.
Ray, you must hold out.
Bravo Zulu 88. Bravo Zulu 88. Are you listening?
Roger, go ahead.
This is an order from the High
Who the
Command.
fuck is Roger?
Stop rescue of Alpha 2 pilot. Change your course immediately or you'll soon enter the atmosphere.
Here comes this guy. He's real slow because he's weightless, I guess.
From the High Command.
They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what would have happened if Ray... Establish contact again.
The guy practiced that slow spacewalk for hours.
Ray, we're very close now. The vent's not going out.
Too much air. An orgy of air. My thoughts are running wild. Talk to me, Lucy.
Look at that. They're just... I'm kind of unclear as to what's going on. It doesn't matter.
Everything is spinning.
This guy's like losing his shit.
Where are you, Lucy?
Yeah, right? Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Take off your fucking helmet, bro. Nobody else is wearing one?
What's the use of trying to save the world, Lucy? If I'm going to be lost myself.
No,
No.
you can't say this, Ray.
I need your rocket.
You believe more than any of us.
She's a sexy little space bimbo. Check her out, huh?
But there's no faith that can destroy the fear of death.
Wait, hang on.
Goodbye, Lucy.
Oh, this is almost as... This is like at the end of Titanic when that bitch wouldn't let that man up on the door.
Lucy, we're inside. Be ready to turn the ship.
Then you're right at home, Patrick.
We're in, Lucy. Be ready. Contact.
There we go. There's the SpaceX. Look at that. Listen, this is as good as what you get from any of these launches and shit that we see. In fact, I'd say it's better. More excitement. Now, why doesn't she have to wear one of those puffy suits? They didn't have enough. They were expensive.
Now, you're really worthy, you see, George.
That's the Earth.
It doesn't take long to go to these different planets at all. It only takes like a matter of minutes. You gotta always play the credits, you know. I mean, I think one of the things we can take away from this is that sometimes movies run out of money before they're finished and they have to create an ending. And I think this is exactly what we just witnessed right here. I really do. Okay, so we got about 22 seconds worth of credits, but we got to give these people their due. We need to know Jose Nestor, you know, I'm sure that he didn't just work for free. The screenplay was by Vasilij, somebody with a really hard name to pronounce. And so, what'd y'all think of that? That right there gave you kind of a glimmer as to what people thought space and the future would be in 1960. And that's why, since they programmed you with that, the shit that you see is exactly like that. Same rocket, everything. Ain't that crazy? How they try to throw that at you? In case you're wondering what my shirt says. Ha. So, because it's just all you guys can see is bitches. Anyway, so that was fun. I enjoyed screening that for all of you. I re-uploaded the one that got cut the other night and edited out what YouTube found chapped their little buttholes. So I find it really hard to believe that a 60-year-old movie would actually be a problem, but you know, whatever. So yeah, it's another good one. I'm looking, I want to make sure that the licensing is good before the next one that I show, which is called The Land Beyond. And it's pretty neat because it was made in 1957 and it focuses on, at the very beginning, talks about Admiral Byrd's expedition to Antarctica and how he had found temperate lakes and areas of land that were warm. And so this movie is where they continue that expedition and end up finding a prehistoric rainforest type environment. And it's got some really great footage of a guy in a dinosaur suit attacking a model of a helicopter and other such neat things like that. So I'm really hoping it's public domain, which I believe it is. I just want to make sure first, because that's kind of a bummer to get halfway through a movie and they cut your stream because of some fucking small hat crap, you know? So without any further ado, hope you all enjoyed the movie. We're going to kind of do this maybe 1 or 2 nights a week with some cheesy stuff like that. It's fun to make fun of. And it kind of gives us a little bit of levity. If you have not checked it out, we had David Weiss and Austin Whitsitt on here yesterday with a friend of mine, Anthony Perrone. That one is quite a bizarre one to see as well. My friend changed clothes 3 or 4 times in the middle of this entire thing, but it was really quite entertaining, to say the least. And of course, the after show that goes along with it, that can be seen on my channel. Also on Dave Weiss Interviews 2, it's uploaded. A couple of shorts. And so we got some good stuff coming up. And I've been in contact with David Weiss, and he's down for doing another show, maybe where we can get some more information out to people. Go back and watch the show. You'll see why he didn't get to give a whole lot of. He did give information, but it was hard. It's an experience you have to go for yourself. So anyway, without any further ado, good night, everybody. Thank you for coming. And as we always say, the Lord loves a working man. Don't trust Whitey. See your doctor. Get rid of his ass, because he'll probably kill you. So good night, everybody.